Welcome to the Hardly Heroes podcast.
Congratulations to Aaron,
What happened?
a.k.a. Sprinkles,
What happened?
a.k.a. Aaron,
Yeah, Brandon? Is that you?
a.k.a.
Oh dear.
He's channeling.
Yeah, I was
There it
channeling him, but I ran out of the balding Yugoslavian,
That's not
a.k.a. wannabe squirrel girl sidekick,
Yeah. I used to be called Poor Yugoslavian.
a.k.a. poor Yugoslavian.
Yeah, that's. I mean, granted, Yugoslavia isn't a real country anymore. It's broken up, and blah blah blah.
So what's the big news?
I don't know. I'm not on social media. What's the big news?
Yeah, I'm not on there either. So what is the big news?
Aaron's found
I'm
out.
having a boy, guys.
Boom.
Bam.
Boy.
No, bam.
Banff.
Boom.
No, Dane.
Bing. Bang. Boom.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
yeah.
all right with that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Xander.
That's the name, huh? Did you already have that
Yeah.
saved up? You want?
I've had that name in the back of my head for like 10 years.
So what did Xander? What have I heard Xander from?
I have the only thing I know it from is like a really obscure Adult Swim cartoon called Frisky Dingo. Like nobody watches. It's the same guys who did Archer or who do Archer, but
So you're telling me the Sprinkles name will live on?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And Xander Christopher, but if you say Xander Chris, kind of sounds like a superhero name, like an alter ego.
Xander Christopher Simonich.
Right. Just fucked up initials though.
Yeah.
That is messed
Just
up.
all fuckled.
It's better than your initials.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Aaron Steven.
I'm looking up the
Ass.
the meaning. Did you? What's the
Oh,
meaning
it's
of the
not.
name?
That's not the name.
Oh, what's?
It's not with a Z.
It's with an S.
It's with an X, bitch.
X.
It's with an
Oh,
X,
God.
bitch.
I feel bad for him every time.
Yeah.
How do you spell your name? He's gonna be like, motherfucker.
It's the same with. It's not even Xander. It's like at least I had Aaron. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Aaron's easy, and then I had Simonich, which no one ever like. Whenever I get a prescription at the pharmacy, Aaron Simnuch, Aaron Simnichu. Close enough.
Simichu.
Bless you.
I get Cobain
Oh,
Yeah.
Kurt. Yeah,
and Corbin.
like
Corbin Dallas.
Like Dallas.
Corbin.
Corbin Dallas.
Multipass.
Oh dear.
He knows it's a multi-pass.
So what's the meaning of the name?
There's no meaning. I just
There
love
is.
it.
There's a meaning in every name.
Yeah, I know my name is like Strong Mountain.
It's Greek for protector of men.
Motherfucker.
Whoa. Protector of men.
You're darn right.
So he is a superhero.
So he's not going to
Pretty
be
much.
anything like his father.
No.
Maybe more like his mother.
He's going to be like a brute of a man, just like super muscular and like
way better hair.
have a long flowing mane.
It's perfect. You'll have somebody to take care of you.
He's going to run like marathons and shit.
At the age of 2.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Zunder.
I'm protector of man.
He
How
already knows Taekwondo. It's really cool.
How does Cadence feel about it?
She wasn't too happy.
No,
Oh,
about the
really?
whole thing, or just being
No,
a boy?
she wanted a girl.
Oh,
because,
but she
like,
was okay with a sibling.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not-
She just has she all she has is brothers. So this is just
Oh, okay.
another one. Yeah.
But that's her
And-
first real brother, or like blood?
no. My ex has had another.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you
Yes, me.
were hoping for a girl. Too.
I was. Yeah, I'm a broken man. I'm. I don't know if you know.
I don't mean to.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm not very athletic or in shape or even just having the ability to walk around without being in pain. I can't teach a boy how to throw a fucking football.
That's what Uncle
What the
Sarah
hell?
is
You know what
for.
I can do? I can go to ballet recitals. I can go to cheerleading competitions. I just sit there and pay attention.
This is your chance to turn it all around, man. It's like your kid will be 20 years old and be like,
You guys,
my dad
I just turned 67 this year. Like
67?
His body, is
Yeah.
probably about. No, his body's about 85-year-old man.
Yeah, my grandpa is way more in shape than I am. He's like 72.
Grandma Choo Choo's husband.
Yeah, Jess.
I could just picture your son in high school
Yeah.
being like, who taught you to throw the ball that way? My dad.
First of all, I played baseball, you assholes. Granted, I probably can't do it now, but I still kind of maybe
He's all
know.
whatever. My dad was in good shape when he was in high school.
before he reached puberty, he was in
Yeah.
excellent shape.
You're darn. Yes, yeah, I was in excellent shape, and then puberty hit, no shape, no hair. It's great. It was really awesome.
He just had all those golden years shoved into a very small window period.
Oh, man.
This is your chance to turn it all around.
Get into shape. Learn how to throw a ball.
I know how to throw a ball.
Maybe he won't want to throw balls.
Maybe not.
Maybe he want to play some video games and be some crazy
Coder.
do a
coder.
Be
I
a
love that.
podcaster.
Be a podcaster. What if he's a better podcaster than you? He's definitely going to be a better
Ouch.
podcaster than me.
It's a low bar.
Yeah,
That hurt.
But yeah, so that's the news. It's pretty awesome.
that's good for you guys.
But speaking of superheroes and everything, and my potential son, did you know
Protector of man.
that? And did you know Mozart wrote a song called "Lick My Ass Nice and Clean"?
Welcome to the Hardly Heroes Podcast.
High above the city, they shine in my spotlight. Commissioner on the rooftop, double H in the night sky. For the sidekicks we fight, for the right crosses we throw. For the ninjas we injure, revenge on our foes. From crime alleys to radioactive insects, genetic mutations. Weapon X rejects our infinite Earths are in crisis. Our wars are civil but secret. Here come Buddy, Manny, and Aaron, blaring through your speakers. Yeah, Hardly Heroes. It's clobbering time.
Welcome to the Hardly Heroes podcast. I'm your host, Buddy.
I'm Manny.
And I'm Aaron,
Protector of man.
protector of man.
That's awesome. I love the meaning of the name, especially that he didn't even know.
No.
And you've been hanging on to it for so many years.
It's pretty good. I like it.
I feel like I want to pronounce it Exander.
No,
No?
not at all. You should really watch Frisky Dingo though. It's really funny. If you like Archer, it's like that type of animation.
Didn't you like Archer?
I like
But
that
it's
too.
just weird. It's just the weirdest. There's Xander Cruz and Killface is the two characters.
Yeah.
I've been
I don't know.
obsessed with South Park again lately. I've
Oh.
been rewatching South Park. And oh my god.
Still good?
Oh,
Still holds up?
they've been showing back episodes and they showed the Game of Thrones one.
Oh, I never
It's
watched
like-
that one.
Dick or it's like it's like dick 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 dick. And Butters goes up to
Dick Mark.
yeah,
Every
George
episode.
R.R. Martin.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, why is there so many dicks? He's like, there's dicks everywhere. And he was like, oh, well, you know. And he's just like explaining it. He's like, no. He's like, you keep teasing the dragons. We never see the dragons. We just see dicks.
Yeah.
You know what? I appreciate HBO for starting the new revolution of dicks on screen.
No, I
'Cause you
thought
never
you were all
got
about
that.
rock hard dick.
Oh my God! By the way, that was way too much rock hard dick. Have you been watching that show,
What show?
American Gods?
Man, I'm only watched the first 3
Fucking
episodes.
crazy, man.
But they show some dick.
I feel like every show now has to be weird. It just
Dick
has
Mark.
to be super fucking weird.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
out of the, yeah.
I almost feel like it might be a little too much. People are trying too hard to make it like, how can we make it weird?
Sure.
Let's make this scanner be a dick scanner.
Hashtag
You
the
know?
leftovers.
What?
I
Dick
know.
scanner, you're talking about Silicon Valley.
No.
No. Okay, so what?
Leftovers. In order to get through a door.
This doesn't. Yeah, this
you know,
doesn't
people
spoil
scan
anything.
their eyes and
Yeah.
scan their hands.
So he had to get his face scanned, which is fine, and then
Then his dick.
this little
this is-
platform
this
came
is-
out like this, and then the guy was like, it's a biometric scanner, and you have to put your penis on there.
Because in that world, everybody's been
the
able to recreate their faces,
But you know
their
what it is?
eyes, everything. They
But
can
they
change
can't
everything.
remake
they can't,
Well,
they
you know
can't
what-
make their dick.
You know what it is because there's a running joke in season 1 that he was running in season 1 with sweatpants, and his dick was just flopping around, just floppy
Was that
dick.
critics of the show?
Everybody.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the show that they mentioned that. No.
No. But yeah, everybody that talked about the show made that joke about Justin Theroux's floppy cock,
Put some boxer briefs on, man.
and they had to have done the dick scanner because of that.
You think so?
I'm
surprised.
cannot see.
You have to tell Robin about that. She will go back and watch that. She'll be like, watching it.
Want to watch that floppy
She's
dick.
like, if she goes, she told me, if Justin Theroux wasn't so hot, she would have stopped watching this show a long time ago.
Oh, he's an attractive man.
He is. He's a pretty good looking
Look,
guy.
I don't think I've ever said this before about anybody, but I think I would watch Justin Theroux take a shit
Oh my
Oh,
god.
for
God.
at least.
Shut it.
God, I couldn't get through.
Shut
it.
it.
well.
Shut it. Damn it.
Dick
It's too
Mark.
late.
I think. See, instead of me just saying Dick Mark, I think we just need to have it on the soundboard. Unless, I mean, improv it. I can
Shut
do
up, Sprinkles.
Oh, there you go. You asked for it.
It. Thank you.
You just kept going. I had to find it.
That's
Oh.
Sorry,
Anyways.
I'm not really too familiar with the board. It will take
Yeah,
me
you
some
gotta-
time.
yeah.
listeners.
Oh,
I understand.
Thank you for reminding me about my Snapchat about my mom's story, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
so
Your mom's story.
Aaron, tell us about your mom's story.
Thank you. I will. So I was at my mother's yesterday. Sorry. Before we actually get into the meat of the show,
Ooh, the meat.
the meat.
What about the potatoes?
I see. You better tell your story. Just let him tell a
No,
story.
just
Yeah,
go.
hurry up,
No,
'cause-
you took a deep breath, and
I have
my story.
great news,
Whoa,
people.
Hello.
I am so steamed up.
Oh,
So
Turn on the
Oricon is Saturday, correct?
Yes.
We're all going to be there. Listeners, come out, show your support. We would love it.
woo!
The details are you can find them anywhere. Now,
Really? Like at Hobby
shut your
We'll
mouth.
go over it at the end of the show. I
Yes.
have.
all right. Yeah. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
Go to Hobby Lobby, find out
Do
where
you guys know what Sunday is?
It's the day
the day of God.
rest.
Oh, it's the best day of the year. We look forward to this year. Oh man,
Wait, what? The year?
far land, and
I can't
I
wait to
can
hear
see
this.
this started from the very first man, and it will go on forever.
Are we talking about Wonder Woman?
I
Here?
got nothing. Oh.
No.
Well, I mean that too.
It's fucking Man's Day, people. The first Sunday in June. Man's
Sterling,
Day!
You have to. You build up the most boringest fucking and then I sat there and I thought about it. It's summertime.
It's
motherfucker.
Man's
It's
Day.
summertime once a year. It happens every year.
It's Man's Day.
okay. I think you've explained this a little bit.
Yes.
on here.
I don't
I
remember.
have.
I don't remember.
So he kind of duped Michelle out of having a Valentine's Day and get himself a day
there
by
it
saying
is.
Woman's Day and Man's Day.
there. Okay.
So Sunday is Man's Day.
Sunday
Oh,
is Man's Day.
and you know what? Speaking of unnecessary holidays, July 23rd is coming up. You know what that is? Simonich Day. Sit around your house naked, eating spaghetti. Bam.
When's the Costco
I think
steak?
it already passed.
No, July 23rd.
Is the day you have to. Really? Are you sure?
I made that up sophomore year. July 23rd is Simonich Day, where you sit around naked and eat
I'm
spaghetti.
talking about.
The
He's already
steak.
forgotten
Yeah,
the fucking
you
steak.
fucking dumbass.
The best steak of your life that you.
I don't.
Yeah,
mean,
you
it
don't
passed.
fucking.
It fucking
So I
passed.
was right.
Whatever.
He just makes shit.
I don't
up.
even know which episode to listen to
I
for
wouldn't
that.
know either.
Maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 3.
No, it was.
No, Nick was still around.
Nick was around until episode 6.
Yeah, so it was 1 through 6.
I
No,
know.
bet you it's got to be like
I think
3
it's
through
6.
6.
I think it's 6.
Okay.
Because I feel like I was in the room and I helped you guys record on 6.
5.
I was there on 5.
Yeah.
I helped record on 6,
Oh dear.
Jeez.
I'll look
and then it was
up.
all downhill from there.
Then
You
we
mean from
came
when you
here.
started on
Yeah.
the show?
Yeah.
But it's Man's Day Sunday, people.
So what do you have
Steak,
planned?
Steak, blowjob, baked potato, green beans in
Calling
that
Michelle
order.
out.
Oh, I was gonna say not in that order.
See, when you say blow, no, I'm not even gonna say it.
Blow
I'm
J.
done.
Just say blow J.
no,
blow
that
J.
has nothing to do with
A mouth job?
it. Just keeps getting worse. Steak, really? That is your. That's
It's
your
a
dinner
man's
choice?
meal.
Oh, okay, okay. So it just has to be a man. It's not.
So like broccoli.
I thought it was like your day, but it's
No.
a man's day, so it's just got to be a bunch of man shit.
Yeah,
So,
so-
do you go out and cut like lumber?
yeah, you
Yeah.
chop wood.
Do you
I
build houses?
pee outside. You know what I
What?
mean?
Is that's boys'
There is
day?
nothing more manly than peeing
Do
outside.
you drink beer out of a boot?
No, that's disgusting.
That-
but I do drink beer on that day. And I get a gift. It's great. I get pampered.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't eat
I don't
beer.
get how you guys don't celebrate it.
I don't know if I could.
I've been
dupe,
preaching this for
I
years.
don't know if I could dupe Robin into it, giving me another day.
And the best part is it's picking up steam.
Oh man, what is
So
that?
what do you do for Michelle?
She gets a Woman's Day.
What is Woman's
So
Day?
like she gets a massage.
She gets a blow J.
You know, she gets a mouth gibber.
Shit, I could see her being so.
Hold on.
I'm
Wait.
glad she doesn't listen to the show anymore.
What's a mouth gibber?
You know damn well what it is. A VJ. A VJ. That's what she'll call it. So she'll get like a massage. I'll make her I'll go get her breakfast or make her breakfast in bed. You know, pretty much we get to watch any shitty movie she wants to watch or do whatever she wants to do on that day.
Okay, all right.
Because it kind of laughed since we were going to Oricon and we were going to stay the night. We talked about it.
Oh, just
she
staying
was
out there.
like, she wasn't saying nothing. She wasn't saying nothing. And so the other day, I'm like, hey, we're not going to stay the night. And she's like, shit. Were you going to be home on Sunday? I was like, you're trying to get out of it. She's like, try to get out of what? I was like, you know damn well what. She's like, I thought you forgot. I was like, I never forget Man's Day.
That's funny.
So, you
All
know.
right, well, that's cool.
Speaking of
Fellas, tell your ladies it's Man's Day and you need to be taken care of.
Oh, what's the? Is there? You picked a specific day? Why that day?
The first Sunday in June.
boom.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
It's always the first Sunday in June.
Why? Just random.
Yeah.
Because you got to pick something.
It's far enough away from Valentine's Day. There's no big holidays right around there.
Yeah.
You can't do it in July because it's July 4th.
Well,
Poop
July
on
4th
that.
is only one day, not the whole month.
I know, but I'm saying you want to have it in a month where there's not shit
Well,
going
then
on.
she's got her half summer birthday.
Yeah, she got that.
Well, actually, you're wrong. There is holidays in June. Do you want me to? Actually, here, I'm going to point some out to you that are today's holidays.
Yes, please.
Today is Oscar the Grouch Day, everybody. June 1st, Oscar the Grouch Day.
I think I'd consider him my favorite Sesame Street.
pretty
character.
good.
Yeah.
He's
I
a
thought you
realist.
were going to say Snuffleupagus.
No, that's his.
He's
That's
imaginary.
Aaron's.
What?
Nobody cares. Snuffleupagus isn't real, right? He's in the imagination of Big Bird.
Oh, is he? I don't
In
think I ever
the
knew
in
that.
continuity of.
I don't think I ever knew that.
I'm almost positive Snuffleupagus.
Is that real? I don't know.
I'm
about
almost
that.
positive
I
Snuffleupagus
watched
is a figure.
lot of Sesame Street. How about the movie? Did you ever watch the movie?
No.
Follow
Didn't know
that
they had
bird.
a movie.
Follow that bird where he leaves to find his real family and all the
What?
Sesame Street. Yeah, it's actually decent from what I remember. I was a kid.
Oh my god.
And the whole family have all the
Never
main
heard of
characters.
this.
So they all they make it a race to find Big Bird, right? They've
Sure.
got to all find him. So they all get into their own cars. Groups of the characters or
Are their
individual
cars
characters,
pretty cool?
and their cars match them. So you know, it's
like Mario Kart.
So does Count fly?
The Count has like that. It probably has a dope ass Cadillac, you know.
Yeah.
And like Oscar the Grouch is probably teamed up with one of the human characters, pissing them off the whole time, and he has a shitty ass car. It was actually a decent movie. I thought it was pretty funny, and I used to watch that quite a bit when I was young. It's called Follow That Bird.
But Snuffleupagus didn't have
He
a
was
car.
not in it. No, and now that I think about it, I don't think I ever saw Snuffleupagus with all the other characters. He was only ever with Big Bird.
I'm almost positive I'm right. I'm like
All right.
99%.
We'll have to do some research on that one.
Yeah.
It's also Say Something Nice Day. So, you guys, if you want to say something nice to me, now's your time.
Congratulations on the name.
I wanted it to just be dead silent.
Damn it, that would have been good.
Way to go, guys. God.
Ruined the bit.
Man, we did this in rehearsals, guys.
Yes.
Like, seriously.
Try it again.
I know people always ask me. They're like, "Oh, don't you edit the show a lot?" And I'm like, "Nope."
Let's try this
Unless it's
again.
really bad.
Also, June 1st, today's Say Something Nice Day. So, why don't you guys say something nice to me? Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Manny, you're looking good today.
There
looking
you
muscular.
go. Okay.
Too
there
bad.
it
I
is.
like that first person shirt you got on.
Thank you, thank you.
And it's World Milk Day, by the way.
Maybe Jason will from
Oh.
First Person Clothing. Maybe he'll message you something nice.
He will. No. He's a jerk.
I probably just provoked him.
He's
Now
an
gonna
a
say
hole.
something. Wow, it's so mean. I like Jason. I wish Jason would come. I'm not even gonna say it. Just come out to Oricon and be like, you
No, that is.
motherfucker.
He's gonna be. This is a waste of my goddamn time.
Yeah.
No. You had a story about your mother.
Fuck.
Finally.
I did.
Let's get into
it's
it.
actually it's nothing like Man's Day or anything
It's
important.
not that exciting.
It's really short
Okay.
too. So I was at my mother's house,
Trigo now.
Trigo now, and I was talking to her, and she goes, "You know, the other day I tried to sign up for Snapchat."
Your mom wants Snapchat? Oh no.
I don't know if she did it wrong, but she was like, "Yeah, I tried to sign up for Snapchat after I was done laughing." She told me the rest of it. She's like, "Yeah, but when I tried to sign up and I put in my birthday, it said I couldn't be a member because I was too old."
Really?
No way. You're
Snapchat
lying.
does that?
Unless she did something wrong, which is possible.
That maybe she put too young.
See?
Yeah.
But I thought it was so. She
She
was
was
like,
too young, but
they're
like,
ages. I'm gonna sue.
oh my god, yeah.
That is crazy.
No, I don't think so.
So my mom got denied a Snapchat.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that was
Manny,
my.
you
That's
should
my whole story.
just try it out. Try signing up and do some old ass age.
I think about it quite often, jumping back on social media, but I just don't want to. I don't think any part of my body, any part of my life is lacking social media. It doesn't. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. It doesn't feel like I need to be doing this.
Yeah.
The only reason I feel like I should be doing it is because of the show.
That's the only reason I'm still on Facebook.
But other than that, it's like I don't really give a shit about other
Well, I
people's
think
opinions.
it's cool.
Because most of the time they're bullshit and they just want to talk shit about something that they don't do. They don't spend half a second.
Well, I know,
trying
but like a
something
lot of
themselves,
our
so they shit
listeners
on
are
everybody
starting to
else.
reach out to us. Like Tom, one of the guys, Tom, he listens to the
Tom
show.
from Facebook or Tom from MySpace.
MySpace, yeah.
Damn it.
So he sent us. Somebody did a video of Batman versus Darth Vader, and they're like full on like duking it out.
Oh yeah.
That video was dope.
Okay.
And I laughed. I liked it and I commented, and he said he posted it and tagged me. Or no, he just posted it. He said he put his phone down and his phone went off, and he bet his wife $10. He's like, I bet you $10 it's sterling. And she was like, bullshit. She's like, I'll take that bet. Opens it up. He's like, thank you. He's like, I knew you'd be the first one to react to it. It was badass. And then another one of our listeners sent us a video of all their Star Wars Legos. Like somebody did a video
cool.
of all their Star Wars Legos laid out, but they had it all lit up to a Star Wars theme song. And it would play different lights.
Oh,
and
wow. Funny.
dude, it was sick. And then we've had a lot of people, Ryan Loof.
The loof. Did you watch that video?
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
He sent us a video and tagged us in it. So, I mean, it is cool to see our listeners interact with us and stuff like that and being like, oh, you guys should check this
Well,
out or you should bring it up on the show.
And now I'm like, because I'm not on like my personal one, I'm not really on. I'm only on to just antagonize one of my cousins that's like a crazy, like he's
Who?
my cousin Trevor. He's like always posting like political stuff. And I don't really give a shit. So I learned this new thing that I learned from this 90-year-old that I'm hanging out with like once a week.
And they get along so well because both their bodies are shutting down.
True. So I only go on Facebook to tease, to like piss off my cousin, and he puts these big ass long things about politics on Facebook, and all I do is like just one word, dumb, exclamation points, and just leave it, or stupid, or dumbass, and then just leave it, and he just gets so mad, and it's literally my favorite thing, and I could agree with the point, but I just still do it because he gets so mad. I love it. It's my favorite.
And he wonders why I get angry at him. He's always poking and prodding.
Dumb.
All right.
But
now that
yeah.
you guys have explained the importance of social media,
Yeah.
um,
I have started to put more.
We're just trying to give some big thanks to our listeners that interact on our page. We appreciate it.
Yeah, but I
least
am doing
I do.
a lot more on our page about posting stories
He
that
has
we're
been
not
doing great.
that we're not talking about on the show. That are little smaller stories and like in comic book and TV news that I do put on our Facebook page.
And I thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
That was my nice comment for the
all
day.
right.
Thanks.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. So what do we got planned today, guys?
So you asked me if I had started watching Twin Peaks, and
Yes.
I said no.
The revival.
And
And
I
that
said
got,
no.
That got me thinking. I'd like to know more about the show,
Yeah.
but I thought maybe since you've been watching it, it'd be best for you to kind of explain it.
So,
what the fuck is happening?
I had
Why
n-
is this so important?
So I had no idea about a month ago what it even was, what Twin Peaks was, and so I found out what it was because I found out they were doing the revival on Showtime, and all the what sparked my interest was the trailers for it, for the Showtime trailers before it aired. Vague, like not like vague like the normal TV trailer vague, but like just still shots of like a guy's face or the woods with just creepy
Yeah.
music in the background. And so I looked up season one, there's 2 seasons on Netflix. It aired in 1990 and 1991 on ABC.
Damn.
The plots, are they the same?
It's the plot. It's just one plot,
Okay.
kind of.
It's a continuation of the show from the 90s?
So yeah,
So
the one
It's not a reboot or anything.
no, it's not a reboot. It is a continuation. 27-ish. They started it 25 years ago. The filming of it. Yeah, they have 37 of the original cast from the show that was on the show in the 90s.
So why did it get canceled because of ratings?
Here's the thing. There's a few reasons.
It's very piquing
So
the
Twin
interest.
Peaks is a crime drama with a lot of sci-fi elements to it. The first one that I can think of ever, the first TV show that had these sci-fi elements, that had people having people ask the question, like what they did with Lost or True Detective season 1, or had people talking about the show. What was the question?
The plot.
Why did-
Oh yeah, no, and it's just like a murder mystery. Who killed this girl, Laura Palmer? A girl gets killed. The first scene of the episode, and the whole point of the story is to find out who killed her.
Okay.
Never.
And have they been trying to figure this out since 1990?
Yes.
It's the same
Yes.
death. So did they re-show the death at the beginning of this season, or
No, no.
Yeah, did they do some sort of a recap? How do you jump into this without showing?
That's what I'm wondering is how do you bring people back? Because
Well, when it aired in 1990 and 1991, it had 30 million people watching the show.
Okay,
30 million people in the U.S.
that's more than Walking Dead.
That's more than any show right now. Granted, there was less TV channels.
Yes.
So there was less to watch. Yeah, I've looked, and I looked before I started watching the new one if I had to watch the original before I watched the new one. And it varied. People said you should because it's the story, and some people said, well, you didn't have to because it's just a weird show. So right now, I'm kind of watching it out of order. I've watched, the first 4 of the
you
first
can
season.
drink some water if you'd like.
Nicotine kills, guys.
It's that vape juice.
Yeah. I've watched the first 4 of the first season from 1990, and now I've watched the first 3 of the newest season from 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel there's a big difference in the quality?
Yeah. How does it feel like seamless?
Yeah. You know what's funny is they even shot it. They shoot it very similar to how they shot it in the 90s. It looks old, and it's purposefully done that way.
Okay.
They use the same type of techniques in shooting it, like the shot composition and everything looks very similar. Granted, it's an HD and it's very clear. But even like some of the special effects now look low budget, but it's on purpose.
Okay.
So, but they pick it up right where they left off.
So, I mean,
You said this is 27 years later.
it's so at the end
25.
of I have to say this, it gives a little bit away, but not really because it's a weird show.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Thank you.
Alert.
At the very end of season 2, this show got canceled. So technically, I don't think they knew they were going to get canceled. So they didn't. I think they wrote themselves, and it was.
I hate that.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate
Oh,
that.
that's the worst. That's like Rome
Especially, yeah.
or Merlin. Did you ever see that one?
Flash Forward, no. Flash Forward was, I
Oh.
loved it, and then it
Come
just ended
on.
on such a good.
Dude, I hate
they're like,
when they
nah,
do
it's
that
not coming
to
back.
shows.
Kings was a great show.
I heard that was good. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't.
Well, and a
didn't
lot
get
of
a good
those
ending.
shows got when all those writers went on strike.
Yeah,
that
writers.
was
Yeah.
shitty.
So at the end of season 2, there's the main detective who's played by Kyle MacLachlan.
Okay.
You
yeah.
know, like he's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's in Dune. If you've ever watched
Yeah,
Dune,
we know him. He's been in a bunch of movies. Yeah.
whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
He's the main detective. He's like the coolest character in TV that I've seen in a while. Like his character of is it Dale Cooper? No, yeah, Agent Dale Cooper. Just awesome. Like you just want to follow his story. But he's having a dream-ish at the end of season 2, and the dead girl's sitting there with him in a room. And at the end of it, the dead girl says, "I'll see you in 25 years." And that's the end of season 2, and that's the end of the series.
Well, that sounds kind of
They started
Like a wrap up.
Yeah, they started filming this show literally 25 years after that episode,
Okay.
which I think is just awesome.
So you think they did that on purpose?
I think so.
I think they kind of were like, hey, it's coming around. Should we bring this show back? And somebody kind of brought it up.
Yeah, because
Because they got canceled for a reason.
so they had the 2 seasons. The first season was 8 episodes. Was it 8? Yeah. The first season was 8 episodes, and then the second season was like 22.
Oh, shit.
Let's see what I got here. And after it got canceled, a year later, they had a movie. Like they came out with a movie about it.
So is that movie fit into the timeline of the
It's
show?
a prequel
Oh, okay. All right.
about the girl and some events before her death.
So would you recommend the show?
Yeah. It is. It's not for everybody. It's
Okay.
the weirdest. Like everything I've seen is just strange and out there, and just if you know David Lynch, you know what I'm talking about.
Crime, drama, sci-fi.
And where are you watching this on?
So I'm watching the original 2 seasons on Netflix. They're both on Netflix, and then the new revivals on Showtime.
Okay.
So when you looked up David Lynch,
Yeah.
I'm looking at his
Mulholland
movies,
Drive.
right? Mulholland Drive, not
which is
necessarily
weird.
Is it weird?
It's just
I've never
weird.
seen it.
Yeah, he's a very weird director. His storytelling, his writing and his storytelling and his directing style is just strange. Like there's nobody. Like there's a phrase in Hollywood where they say this film is very David Lynchian because nobody else does films like him.
So how would you describe his films?
It's like the show and even the movies too. They're just slow, but purposefully slow, and he makes you like almost wait for stuff to happen. Like the show is slow, super slow. I go like 5 minutes without any talking, and you'll be a minute just watching a dude's face on the screen. The music's super melodic and super weird, but it's compelling to me. But like it's not for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, but you do recommend it.
yeah, I do.
What did you crime, drama, sci-fi.
Yeah, crime, drama, sci-fi, kind of even like soap opera.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but back then, like that's how it was. Like,
Yeah.
there was the soap operas back then were like super popular, and he wanted to make a crime drama with sci-fi that was kind of plotted like a soap opera. It was weird.
Yeah.
Did you
But-
give it the Hardly Heroes stamp of approval?
Shitting.
Thank you.
Shitting.
Yeah,
I really
Sounds
need to get
weird.
That sound.
it is weird.
I'm intrigued.
You should be.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just heard so much about it.
Like,
I
everybody's
see it all
buzzing
over the
about
place,
it.
and I'm just kind of ignoring it because I don't know anything about it. And then,
Yeah, but the
It
new
just
one,
seems like
the new one, it picks up 25 years later.
Yeah.
It's 18 episodes. That's all they have. That's all they've said that there's going to be
okay.
so far. Like I said, 37 of the cast members are back from the original. Some of them have died, and some of them have retired from acting.
Okay.
David Bowie was supposed to make a cameo, but he wasn't able to film his part before he died.
I heard who came out of retirement. Somebody did. I don't remember who it was, but one of the actors came out of retirement. So this show's on Showtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And let's see what else. And yeah, David Lynch directing every single one of the episodes.
Yeah, you don't really get that a whole lot
Yeah,
nowadays.
No.
True Detective is. I think True Detective season 1 you did, but yeah, not many. I think Mr. Robot, the first season, not Rami Malek, the guy who the creator did most of them or all of the episodes.
All right.
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, thank you for that little summary on that. That really
I try.
brought me up to speed. No, I thought that was great.
No,
For-
that was good.
Just hoping that
It-
I'm assuming that there's more people out there like me that have been listening, have been hearing about this and don't know anything about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I went I saw my mom this week and I was like, "Hey, did you ever watch Twin Peaks in the 90s?" She's like, "Yeah, everybody watched that show." Like it was water cooler. Like it was the internet. Like everybody talked about it like we do on the internet before the internet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can imagine.
And I don't understand. Like I can't wrap my head around how people theory crafted and like how everything got around like the theories and stuff without I know that it makes me sound young, but
So there's just as much science fiction in the original series versus
Yeah,
the series
like
nowadays?
the first two like I watched the first 2 episodes of the first season, and I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
It's a crime drama, and it's slow paced, but it's nice. And then the third episode, it's like, oh, cool, we're in some guy's subconscious in a room, and there's a little person dancing, and everything's spoken backwards. It's weird, just trippy shit. And yeah, it's weird.
All right. Well, okay. I'll have to
Yeah.
watch a couple episodes of that to see.
But yeah, I don't
Give it
think
a
like
try.
Yeah, I might.
I don't think we would have gotten like some of the shit I saw from season 1 and then the new one from season 1. I don't think like we could have gotten the international assassin from Leftovers. We couldn't have got that without shit they did in that show.
So you recommend watching the first 2 seasons?
I think so. It is a little dated. Like you can
feels
kind of tell just by the music.
Yeah.
But like their outfits, they dressed them in a way like not Fight Club, Seven. All their attire and like the way they filmed it and how everybody's dressed, that could have been filmed. That could have taken place anywhere in the last 30 to 40 years. Like
Yeah.
they did it on purpose. And same with this. Like it looks timeless. It doesn't sound timeless, but it looks timeless.
All right.
Yeah, and that scene is just weird. Some dude sitting on a couch looking at a glass box and just staring at it.
Looked like a Tool video.
Yeah.
So much of this seems like looks exactly like a Tool video. I thought about that today. I was watching an episode, like they were moving around all like shifty, and I'm like, oh, okay. I see where you're coming from. I get it. It's fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, guess that's enough of Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to get into we have a new, not a top 5, but a top 3.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to?
I just go.
Okay. All right. So
Are we going like everybody's 3, everybody's 2, everybody's 1, or do you just want me to list all 3 and why I picked them?
I think we should just let's list all 3.
And explain
Yeah.
why.
So for the listeners, for our sidekicks here, I asked the guys last night, and only one actually did it.
Yep.
The night before last, actually. I give them plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Plenty. To pick 3 people, anybody, alive or dead, to have dinner with. Now, this is not a new thing. People ask this all the time. In fact, I heard that somebody was asked this during an interview. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting because they just kind of wanted to get to know the person that they were hiring. So I thought that was an interesting question. So I thought I'd pose it to you guys, and I want to see what you guys came up with.
I like it.
Who wants to go first?
Not me.
I can go first.
You all right? Go
Yeah,
first.
I'm
Okay.
fine with that.
So he's going last.
So I was really thinking about this, like rattling my brain. I had quite a few conversations and just trying to really figure it out. And I kept coming up with lists in different things, like movie list, like
Keep it well-rounded.
yeah,
Not all in
you
the
know-
same type of genre.
Well, no,
or-
then that's where I stuck. I stuck in one genre because I think I have so many that would be like there would be some sports people I would want to ask because there's so many different elements to life and to what people have experienced that I feel it's too broad of only 3 to pick all these general ones. So I stuck in a movie kind of realm. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And
Kind of where I am too.
and it has to deal with the show and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's kind of mainly what we talk about. So my first one, obviously because he is an attractive man and
Pee-wee
I think
Herman.
he's great, and you guys should probably already know. But I picked Tom Hardy because
Okay,
he is a
all right.
badass. But mainly for the reason, because I was trying to think of an actor.
Because you like his accent.
No, how he picked his roles and how he came across some of them. He's so off the charts, you know what I mean? Like doing Inception, doing Warrior, and then doing something like Bronson. Like Bronson is very
Yeah.
very artsy and kind of just not what you would think of somebody that's trying to be a big time actor. And then he did Inception, which I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
and he did that one where he plays the twins,
Oh yeah,
Legend.
and now he's being Venom.
Yeah,
Like,
and Yeah, he's got
All over
Venom
the
coming
place,
out. He
yeah.
did Bane. Like, he's done a lot of projects that I'm just like, I'm obsessed with all these. And is it just what come across his desk, or like Mad Max? When I found out he was going to be in that, I got so excited. And that movie turned out amazing for me.
That was a good movie.
There was only one part that I could really hate on, and that was the whole guitar part when everything blew up.
Really? What part?
When the big, you
Like
remember
at the very end?
Yeah.
I like the guitar guy.
No, yeah, but when it blew up and the guitar kind of came at your face,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, a little cheesy. But
Yeah.
overall, it was shot beautifully. I think they did great. I love the whole story.
Constant action.
Yeah, about how he hated on her at the end. He was like, hey, you were a bitch, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? If we wouldn't have, I wouldn't have had it any other way because it turned out great.
Yeah.
So that I stuck with that because I was like, I got to pick, one serious actor. And I'd really like to pick his mind of how he picked these movies.
Pick his brain.
Yes.
Okay.
Off the fly.
On the cuff.
So
the cuff.
my next
On
one
the
is a
fly.
director, and it kind of ties into this, and that's Christopher Nolan.
Okay, that's
there
a
it
good
is.
one. That's a good one.
The main reason
He's
why
just gonna have the entire cast of Inception.
No.
Go ahead.
damn near. But why I was so wanting to pick Christopher Nolan was because he changed superhero movies forever.
He did.
He changed
mean-
him and he brought him back.
Yeah, everybody is trying to mimic what he did in the beginning. When he came out with those, everybody was like, oh shit. Like, why didn't we think of this? And then what I think is so crazy is he built a amazing trilogy that will stand the test of time and walked.
Oh yeah.
Warner Brothers was like, we'll give you the keys to the kingdom. You can do whatever you want. And he said, why? Like, I want to do something else. Then he did Inception, and I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I saw a movie like 8 times in theater. I was obsessed with that movie.
Dear.
I don't necessarily know if I agree that he changed superhero movies, but he allowed us to see them in a different light.
But he made it more realistic.
Yes,
and I
I
know
do agree with that.
Batman
I do.
is realistic.
Yeah.
Of all the other superheroes, but he changed it. Like everybody,
Yes,
you
I
read
agree
a lot of
yeah.
interviews that like, when Christopher Nolan did that, people were like, ooh, I kind of want to do that. And I think it's cool that he just walked. He was like,
Yeah.
I've done that. I want to conquer something else.
Yeah.
And he's constantly, he's pretty much came out and said he wants to try one of everything. Now he's doing a war movie. Like
Yeah.
he's
Oh, yeah.
doing all
That was
these
crazy.
crazy
I forgot what it's
things.
called.
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk. Yeah. God bless you.
Like, and I want to see. That was good. I want to see what he can do next. I'm constantly like, I'm usually never disappointed, and I think he's. I was trying to almost say that he's the best director of our time. Like, is he a Spielberg? Or is he, is he that next level like a not J.J. Abrams. I'm thinking of
George Lucas.
no, not George Lucas.
Stanley Kubrick.
No, did Titanic and did
James Cameron.
yeah, James Cameron. Gosh, like, is he a James Cameron? But he's constantly doing new movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like torn in between that because I think James Cameron's amazing, but I think Christopher Nolan is doing something that
I love Christopher Nolan's tone. In every movie, he has that tone without it feeling repetitive or like, I've seen this again. I know who this is from, but he has that tone, and he doesn't seem to put anything out that's not worth putting out.
no, that's not where you're like,
He's
God,
not just
that
pumping them
sucked."
out like doom, doom, throw everything at the wall, see what sticks.
No, he puts his heart into everything.
And that's what I like is he is constantly challenging himself and not sticking in one genre. And a lot of directors, you're like, oh, this feels like this person.
Yeah.
And I don't feel you get that from him. You just get something different every time, and I like
But
that.
it makes me kind of mad because it's like the Hemsworth family because now we have 3 Hemsworths and oh look, we're all attractive. We all do fucking movies. Oh yeah, no, I'm Christopher Nolan and I do movies. Oh, and my brother also, yeah, he did Westworld. So we're just fucking awesome.
Hey, they're doing a good job.
I mean, yeah, as long as they're doing good, I'm fine
keep
with
it
it.
coming.
Yeah, no, I love it.
And then my last one,
Oh dear.
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley, really?
Oh my god! How did
I
not?
love Chris Farley. I think he was so not ahead of his time, but just perfect for where he was. Like, I think he was so funny and so full of life and just, I mean, like constant. Like, I watched that documentary about him.
The saddest thing I've ever
But it was
watched.
so joyful
yeah.
to see all, like,
Yeah.
just the emotion and how much people loved him. Like, Mike Myers was talking about, he's like, I used to shower after Saturday Night Live. And he was like, I don't know why, but I wouldn't think about it. But he's like, every day Chris Farley would come in naked, tuck his dick behind his legs, and be like, oh my God, Mike, I love you. And just like hug him. And he's like, I don't know why the fuck he would do it. But he's like, I wanted to hate him for it, but I would just laugh. And like David Spade talking about it and all that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Tommy Boy to this day is still one of my favorite movies of all time. And I think it would be really cool to just kind of pick his brain. And he died very young, but just his Saturday Night Live skits and all of his stuff still holds the test of time.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of clips of Saturday Night Live recently, like a lot of new stuff and a lot of like early 2000s. And I do like, I think right now I just got into Stefan. Do you know what Stefan, the skit Stefan?
Oh, yeah.
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 I cannot get enough of that character. But I think I've watched Motivational Speaker about 100 times and it's still funny.
Yeah.
It's still hilarious.
Oh, my God. Down by the river. He was so perfect for the time he was in, and
Yeah.
his movies were funny, and I was just sad that he died young.
Yeah, it's
but
unfortunate.
I tried to stay in a realm, but Chris Farley was definitely.
come
gonna-
on.
No,
I
that's,
mean,
those some good picks. Very interesting
I
picks.
thought he was going to go with Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
I would like to pick his brain about the Joker,
We got
but
Tom Hardy, Chris Nolan, and Heath Ledger.
but overall, Heath Ledger, his whole career isn't like, oh my God, to me. You know what I mean? Where I
Yeah.
think Chris Farley's comedy is just hilarious. So
Definitely.
that's my list.
All right, cool. All right, I guess I'll go next.
Sure,
Since,
yeah.
You want to go last? Okay. So my first pick, it's a director, writer. I enjoy his movies.
I think I have an idea.
All of his movies. I fucking love him so much. I love the way he does shit.
Oh, dear.
Quentin Tarantino. Is that what you think I was saying?
Yeah, because not to sound, but I didn't want to pick somebody you were going to pick.
I didn't
And
even think
since I
about
was-
us checking ourselves. I was like, oh,
that's-
fuck, what if we picked?
'Cause
We didn't do that.
As a director, I was like, if I'm going to pick one, I was like, he'll pick Tarantino and I'll pick.
What I appreciate.
That's funny that we
so-
all have directors because I have one too.
Well, I mean, it's part of the podcast too.
You're part
Yeah.
of the podcast.
So some of the stuff I appreciate about his movies so much is that he seems to be able to take stuff that's already been done actually quite a few times, like westerns, kung fu's, noir.
Oh, yeah.
He can take all this stuff and he somehow regurgitates it into his own style, and it's extremely entertaining. It's over the top. He gets his point across. I love his backward and forward in time.
Oh.
It's just, and again, that's another guy that puts him out when he's ready.
Yeah.
And people shit on like Hateful Eight. They're like, it's pretty much Reservoir Dogs. I was entertained that whole movie.
Yeah.
I was entertained. I love the movie. I wouldn't say that that's one of my favorite.
Oh, no.
But-
I'm not saying it's my favorite, but I'm saying you're talking about regurgitating and
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
something. I was still entertained. I didn't walk out like, God, I wasted my money on that.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it. Now, is it one of his top films? No.
No, definitely not. Great cast. Looked great. The story was pretty good. I think it gave away the surprise at the end a little too abruptly. It was just like, oh, okay, so that's it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, Kill Bill is one of both movies. They're some of my most.
They're
favorite
like
movies.
one
They're like
movie,
dope.
pretty much.
Yes, yeah. So he
Pulp
was my first pick.
Fiction.
I'd love to. And here's the other thing. I wanted to. I thought that if I was ever asked this question in an interview and somebody said, who are the 3 people you want to have dinner with? I go, I wouldn't want to have dinner with these people. I would want to be around these people when they are doing what they do best. So when he's making his movies, I just want to be right behind him watching what he's doing. So that's kind of what I was thinking about when I picked these people. So my second choice, somebody that I actually had to come around to appreciate more than I do now. He's grown on me in the past 20 years, 15 years. And I
Clinton.
respect this guy so much. He's done so much in his life. He's overcome so much, and he just keeps getting it. Fucking Jay-Z, man.
Oh dear.
That
Oh,
fool
shit.
kills it. He is the American dream. He is the definition of the American fucking dream. This guy's got so much fucking hustle. Like, I can't imagine doing what he does. It's insane. So I would love to be in a fucking studio with that dude. I would just be jizzing on myself the whole time.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, not at all.
Don't
Yeah,
do that.
After the first couple of times, you start
Yeah.
to lose consciousness.
And then he starts to stink.
I think it'd be fun. I thought about a lot of musicians and stuff like
Yeah.
that. My thing that I would want to ask him is, like about some albums of being like, dude, where did you pull from to come
yeah.
up with that? Because that's what interests me a lot. I mean, I would love to see their creative process, but kind of like that Incubus Morning
He doesn't
View, how
write
you talk
vocals
about
down.
that.
Yeah, he doesn't write his lyrics
No,
down.
yeah, and I think that's
He
crazy.
memorizes it. That's fucking nuts.
But like, just to see like, where were you? Like some of my favorite songs
Yeah.
of other people being
Yeah.
like, where, like, how did you come up with that?
Yeah, I could see that, definitely. I would also think about, him being straight off the top of his head, memorizing every
That's
single lyric
wild.
he comes up with. I honestly would like to. You see him as this unstoppable fucking train, this business of a train. I'd like to know if he's ever had any vulnerable moments, times when he felt like he wasn't good enough or he wasn't going to be able to do it. Now, obviously, this would have been way early on.
Sure.
I just wonder, like, what was going through his head when he did the Black Album. Was like, I'm out, I'm done. Like,
Yeah, well, did he really think he was gone?
yeah, like that's my thing. Like in your mind, did you really think I'm done with the game? I don't want to touch it anymore.
Right.
Because that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Like everybody was talking about how that, like you walk away on top and just.
Yeah. So this guy keeps putting down albums. He keeps laying the blueprint out for
At
everybody.
least it's not
to
Kanye.
follow. So I was trying to be well-rounded. I didn't want to pick the same people in the same genre. So I tried to
well, look
spread
at
them
you,
around.
aren't you just great?
But no, then I felt myself forcing myself to pick people. So
Sure.
I would have picked Kanye West because I honestly look up to I admire his music and his creativity so fucking much. His shit is, when it comes to my opinion about his music, his shit is fucking on point. There's pretty much nothing out there that delivers like that. That's just my opinion. I like a bunch
What's
of
your
other.
favorite song?
Oh, that's kind of difficult. You have to give me a couple of days.
What about an album?
my favorite?
You have to give him a couple
my
days,
favorite- It's so
not
yeah.
hours. Days.
I need days. I need days to really think about, to really. No, but I think that with every album that comes out, I'm like, I can't believe he fucking did it again. How could he? This last album was a gospel album. I fucking
Yeezy?
love. No, not Yeezy.
Oh.
It was Life of Pablo.
That's what it was.
I fucking love that album. He's so fucking deep, man. And everything he talks about, he may be talking about religion and God and stuff, but you can translate that however you want. And it's
Yeah.
like, you can see it in a different light if you're not as religious as he was. But, I just have a hard time, whether he's having mental issues or not. I just didn't feel right putting him at the top of my list. I ain't sucking this dude's dick. So I switched it out, and I was like, I could not figure out a third person. And I thought, who else has influenced me? Well, comic books have influenced me. Superheroes have influenced my whole life. So I thought, Stan Lee, yeah, I guess. What don't we know about Stan Lee
Excelsior.
nowadays?
That's
It's like,
my thing. Is he's not mysterious?
he's not. There's nothing that I can ask and be like, oh, that just blew me away. That. So I had to just dig deep, and this was back on music again. Coming up late teen, early 20s, I was heavily influenced by music. Music was you think it's Wu-Tang, but not quite.
I was about to be like,
There was-
Wu-Tang!
I almost put RZA on this, but I thought it was a little too close to Quentin, Jay-Z, and RZA. That's just like, yeah, I could see them all on an album, on a soundtrack together. But no, I picked
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I picked Brandon Boyd from Incubus.
Oh dear.
Because I've been listening to their music for such a long time. I was a hardcore Incubus fan back in the day. Hardcore. I had every documentary. I knew every fucking word to every song. And I even learned how to play some of their songs on a guitar. You knew them
Yep.
as the nicest band in rock.
Could you
The nicest
imagine-
people in rock.
Could you imagine being at that house when they recorded Morning View?
Oh,
I watched it. I
man.
have a
Yeah, you
documentary
told me about
on the Morning View recording, and I remember watching that thing over and over and over again, being like, those guys look like I could just kick it with them, and
Yeah.
we would just all be cool. And I wish I could be there in that house. I wanted to be there so bad. But his lyrics influenced me quite a bit. Where I feel like he's got a great way of writing stuff that you can relate to. Anybody can relate to.
Yeah.
Going nowhere fast, pissing in the fucking wind. Whatever you want to, whatever song you pick, you're like, I think I can relate to that. And I don't want to call it generic, but the thought, the idea behind the lyrics is so simple, and that's what allows people to relate to it. But at the same time, it hits it right on the nail on the head.
They're great.
Yeah. So that was my third person, Brandon Boyd, and I almost met the whole fucking band at Memorial
yeah, I
Auditorium
remember
except for Brandon Boyd because
to
I
go.
followed the rules like a dumbass and didn't rush this fool, and they took him away when crowds of women
Yeah.
rushed him.
It's a
So
thing.
I didn't get to
Showing
meet
them-
him. I got to meet everybody
Showing
else.
those ham hocks.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Sweater yams.
Yams
So
of sweaters.
The man's immune to sweater yams. I love sweater yams.
Brandon, that one's for you.
Yeah.
If you're listening.
He's always listening.
Oh, you're right.
He's my new best friend.
All right. Well,
You're three.
Man,
You're
okay.
off the cuff.
So here's the thing.
On the fly.
I spent a lot of time on my list.
Yes, about
Like a lot.
the first 50
Like about
minutes of the
20
show.
minutes.
Oh, okay.
Just now. Because you told me, we talked about it before the
Tu-
show started.
Tuesday, yeah.
No, today. Totally forgot right after you told me when we were coming up here. So I actually wrote it right when we started.
Okay, so who are your people? I didn't think it would be that difficult,
No,
but I
it's-
just wanted to give you guys
I
some
just
time.
stayed in one thing because I had too many from all different.
Yeah.
And that's fine, because those people, I didn't want you guys to pick people that you didn't feel were important to you just because they were different. But,
Well, yeah, and right away when you were talking about like, I already had two in my head right when I was writing them down 20 minutes ago. When you were talking, you said you went in a lane, and you were going, oh, let's go with directors or this certain genre, and right away I had two directors on my list, and I'm like, well, I don't know, you know what I mean? So I just automatically went to directors. I don't know why, but I've narrowed it down. I got two honorable mentions because what the hell?
I know who one of them's got.
You have to know.
I know one of them.
First honorable mention, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf
God. Hey.
for Even Stevens.
That would...
Walking through the woods. It's Shia LaBeouf.
It's I actually do love Shia LaBeouf because
that would be an interesting dinner. That would be
we're
interesting.
about the same
I
age.
just want to drink beers with most of my
he
people.
is just the weirdest dude. Granted, he's like super into like activism now, and he got arrested again. And
Yeah.
he's just out there. Like he's just strange, but he seems like a guy. Like he would be cool to hang out. Like he would be a cool guy to party with. Like the coolest dude to party with.
You'd get arrested with
I
him.
don't care.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Second honorable mention is Judge Judy. Judge
Wait,
Judith
how many-
Scheindlin. Two honorable mentions.
Okay, let's go.
Judge Judith Scheindlin.
Well, you named like
Fucking-
3 on yours, so.
3.
Well, you were like Yeezy, and then
Oh, I had to explain how I
Wu-Tang!
got to my third. You mentioned Wu-Tang.
Yeah, you did
You
mention
you
Wu-Tang.
hand signaled it to me.
Judge-
Judge fucking Judy,
Judge
the-
Judith Scheindlin.
the old lady, that
The hot
irritating
old lady,
bitch?
yeah.
Up,
She's
sprinkles.
racist.
Oh dear.
She's racist.
Wow.
And she stereotypes everybody that goes on her show, and she talks shit about people that are either black, Mexican, or tattooed, and all the white people get off.
That's what she said.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was
I don't
my
know
last
why
one.
you picked
Jugs
Judge
Jugs Judy. That's what I call her.
That's
Judy.
their her porn alter ego.
Jugs Judy.
Jugs.
Okay,
Judy, coming
get
to
on
you
with your
live.
list.
Next
the ones
week
that
on
matter.
Jugs Judy. The plaintiff brought a pizza to their apartment,
That's-
and there was a dick in it. Jugs Judy.
That's the wrong show.
It was a porno.
People's Court.
Oh yeah. There
I
it
like
is.
watching her way more.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know who that is.
Mariska Hargitay.
I have to watch a lot of court TV, especially back when Robin was in law school.
Oh.
We watched so much fucking
Why?
court TV because she was getting a fucking law erection. She was like, anything law, I just want to fucking soak it all in.
Oh.
And she'd be sitting there, we'd be watching it, she goes, I know what this is going to be. I know what's going to come. I was like, and sure enough, sure.
I thought he said log erection. I was like, I've gotten
Log.
one of those before. Hey-o! A log erection? You know what I'm talking about?
Shut up,
There it is.
Sprinkles.
Okay, anyways.
I was hoping for the.
Okay.
I told you I'm not
Okay,
good
Is
with
there a
this.
sad trumpet? Is that what it is?
Breaking news.
This just in. Sprinkles is bald.
Anything else? Anything else, buddy? No, I can wait.
No.
It's fine.
Okay,
Go
go
for
ahead.
Jugs Judy. So my number 3, no more honorable mentions. My number 3,
Oh, I know who your number 3 is.
The Rudd.
no, it isn't Paul
No,
Rudd.
Paul Rudd?
No,
Okay.
Paul Rudd isn't on my list.
He's my honorable mention.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
So,
Three.
Jimmy Fallon.
All right.
He
Okay.
when he took over for Jay Leno, who took over for Conan, who took over for Jay Leno.
Yes.
The dumbest
Stupid
situation. He revitalized late night. I didn't care. Like, I hated Jay Leno, and I love seeing, like, I love the old clips of
But-
Johnny Carson. Yo,
What I think is weird about this whole Jimmy Fallon thing
Yeah.
is his ratings suck.
Well, that's because of one specific moment
They-
that changed everything.
they dropped because Colbert's in the lead because all he does is talk about Trump. That's it.
I know, but where he makes his stuff back up is YouTube clips. Like
Yeah.
everybody just watches all the YouTube clips
Who,
of his
Jimmy
stuff.
Fallon?
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of people are getting less interested in him because, like, they notice he laughs exactly the same at every one of his guests, and he has a very distinct fake laugh.
Yeah.
And you can tell that he's not really laughing, and and I don't really care, but he really did something to like. I don't like Conan at all. I've never liked Conan.
I used to like Conan, but I was really disappointed when he got his own show. I thought we were going to
Yeah.
get something all brand new
Oh, yeah.
in the same fucking talk show. again.
yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
But
I just feel those talk shows are boring.
see, they were, and
repetitive.
if you can't watch more than one because they all do the same jokes. Like, they all have the exact same jokes in their opening monologue, and that's nobody's fault. It's just they all have writers that have very similar. You know what I mean?
So were you a fan during his SNL days?
No, a little bit.
Fallon. All right.
I thought his,
For a minute, you were going to be like, he's not on SNL. I was like, fuck, did I get that one wrong?
I thought when he was on SNL, I thought he was trying too hard to be Adam Sandler.
oh, okay.
He was like if Adam Sandler had a younger brother that wasn't as talented. Because Adam Sandler was awesome on
SNL.
On SNL.
He crushed it on SNL.
So many good, the characters and the voices.
The singing news. Oh my god.
The Dracula, the
Yeah.
vampire. Come on.
He was so good on SNL.
But yeah, so my number 3 is Jimmy Fallon, and he just seems like a fun dude. Like he drinks, so obviously he's just gonna get belligerent drunk, and we'll probably get arrested too with me, him, and Shia LaBeouf. That's
Nice
So
party.
what's number 2?
numero dos, andale, Robin Williams.
Okay. Good pick.
I kind of took a page out of your book because I would have picked Chris Farley if I would have fucking remembered. But man, everything that Robin Williams has done, even the bad shit, like, is so unique, and it's so him, and it's like even Popeye. I could watch Popeye, and that's a garbage movie, but he plays that character so well, and every character he plays, he, like you were saying about the other one, he just brings it and he makes it his.
Yeah.
I loved him in Hook.
Hook was great.
Did you hear they're talking about rebooting?
Rebooting.
I don't think I knew that.
Making another movie. It's going to be about Rufio.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
dear.
That's cool.
Are they going to use the
Rufio.
same dude?
Rufio.
No, he's
yeah,
old.
no.
He's like 40.
That's what's weird.
really?
Is
They're
they're
gonna
talking
use
about
that?
using him. I'm like, dude,
Yeah, he's like
way old.
36, 30, like he's
Well,
30 to 40.
That's not that old.
Yeah, but
It's
they,
a little old. It's kind of old.
36 isn't
36
that old.
is like really old.
That's still pretty young.
But
I
isn't that
think.
really old? That's pretty old.
I think that's kind of young.
I'm gonna stay out of this.
But I watched old clips of like Mork and Mindy. Just awesome. Like
Pork
the
and beans?
No, Mork and Mindy.
Oh.
The shit he was doing on there, just never been done on a TV show. Like, it's just crazy, weird, out
This
there.
is Doubtfire.
So good.
That's a great one. Sorry,
Also-
I'm yawning on the show.
Wow. Guess somebody doesn't want to be
Right.
here.
Also, was gonna
been a long
be
day.
there was gonna be a sequel to Mrs. Doubtfire
Oh, you
until
know,
he
like
died.
this isn't the most important part of your day. He's yawning on the show. Nobody's gonna give him flack.
That's
But
okay.
I take a drink of water, and it's like the end of the fucking world.
You don't have any water in your cup.
Because he drank it all.
I got a little bit.
All right,
Okay.
you were talking about the sequel. They were going to make a sequel?
How's the water, buddy?
Asshole me.
Yeah, no, they were gonna make a sequel to Mrs. Doubtfire before he died, and then he died, and they couldn't do it. It's just sad because growing up, I admired Chris Farley's and Adam Sandler's and all these people who were so funny and so creative, and most of the funniest people that do comedy are like the saddest people in the world, and that's exactly how it was with Robin Williams. He suffered his whole life with depression, and it was like the saddest thing because he, like Chris Farley in the documentary, he didn't know when to turn it off.
Yep.
He just didn't ever turn that character of him. He was his character, and he never turned it off. And you got to, you have to.
Yeah.
And it's just sad. Like it was, anyways, that's all I have about him. So,
All right.
Who's your number one?
Numero uno.
who do you think it is?
I know.
It's Kevin Smith. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
It's Kevin Smith. Oh dear. Here, let's hold on.
So predictable.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know, I knew it was going to be him because I know how much you appreciate and
I
admire
do.
all his stuff.
He
so.
liked his tweet when he said, "I started a podcast because of you."
Nice.
Yeah, he did, and he liked our first. When I tweeted out our first episode way back, I tagged him in it, and he liked that as well. You know, it's a good stuff.
Do you
man.
listen?
Probably not. But he's I love his attitude about creating a thing, in that if you create a thing, create it and don't care what other people think of it. That's why we get fucking Tusk, which is a weird ass movie about a guy turning another dude into a walrus.
That was a weird
It's just
fucking movie.
weird. Wasn't that great?
That other weird movie he put his daughter in.
Yoga Hosers.
Yeah.
His daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter.
I was trying to explain Tusk to somebody this
Oh
weekend.
dear. Oh
and they
man.
just didn't understand.
You
I was
can't.
like,
You just
if you
can't.
just want to sit down and watch something really weird and awkward and uncomfortable,
Yes.
Tusk.
And then his next movie in that same universe, because there's Tusk, Yoga Hosers, and his next movie is called Moose Jaws. And the way he describes it is, it's like if they made Jaws, but just with a moose.
What the fuck? I guess we are out of ideas, huh? That's what you have to
Yes,
do to
so.
come up with something original.
But Tusk literally came out of one of his podcasts. Like he just talked, like he saw an article about some dude asking, like there was a thing posted in a bathroom of a guy asking if he would come live with him and wear a walrus suit, and that's all you had to do. And they talked about it, and they made up the movie. Like if you listen to that podcast where he talks about that little thing, they basically do the whole movie in that one podcast, and that's what they did. They just made it out of that one conversation. But you know, I like his opinions on making stuff and creating stuff, and he is like literally the reason I'm doing the show right now. So
Awesome.
yeah, that's it.
Nice.
It's not that great. It's not that
No,
spectacular.
it's all right.
But, you know,
Nobody
it's
said it
whatever.
wasn't that
It's
great.
fun.
I
It's
fucking
whatever.
picked Brandon Boyd from Incubus.
He's an attractive man.
He is kind
He
of
is
attractive.
attractive.
Yeah. Especially
Come on.
when he plays that djembe
Heyo.
and that didgeridoo.
I mean, but nobody's cute. Nobody's hotter than Tom Hardy. Manny, you want to give him the deets about where we're gonna be?
Yeah, so again, Oricon, we will be there Saturday, June 3rd. The event, the con, is from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Whoa.
at Feather Falls Casino. They're gonna have quite a few people that are actually notable. It's kind of cool. I looked up this guy, Robert Love. He's an author and an artist. He's going to be there.
Robert Love.
He's got a book, a graphic novel called Number 13. And real quick, the idea behind that was a young cybernetic
Just wait, he'll get to it. Don't worry, buddy.
amnesiac
There it is.
wanders.
I thought he was gonna say asthmatic.
I almost just had to quit and be like,
I thought
he has amnesia, people. Across a post-apocalyptic.
Whatever. There's gonna be cool people
Really
out
cool.
at Oricon.
We're gonna see Antero Mendonça. He has a bunch of Batman short films, and he's possibly gonna be in a costume there.
Okay.
Joe Weems is an artist, inker. He's done Marvel, DC, Image. Chris Marinin, he's probably done some comic books that you own or you've seen or you recognize from Marvel, DC, Image as well.
Bam.
So a bunch of cosplay,
Of course.
Free to get in too.
women with big boobies and costumes on will be there, and that's going to be pretty fun.
There it
So,
is.
and of course, we're going to be
We're
there.
gonna be there.
We'll have our Hardly Hero shirts on. Come and
Look-
say hi.
Look for the guys with the Hardly Hero shirts on.
Yeah.
We will have microphones and cameras.
Bingo,
Yep.
bango.
Little GoPros or
So
something.
yeah,
Maybe
So,
I
come
should
take a
charge mine.
picture with us and
Come hang out.
maybe tell us your 3 people you would like to have dinner
And
with.
if you've seen Wonder Woman, which I heard is amazing,
I
Don't
heard-
talk to us.
you can
about
let
it.
us know what you think about the movie
Yeah.
and without giving us too much spoilers.
Boom.
All right.
Where can they find us?
Aaron?
From what I remember, because I haven't done this in a while, they can find us at Facebook at Hardly Heroes.
Yes.
They can find us on Instagram at Hardly Heroes. They can find us on Twitter at Hardly Heroes.
One.
Bingo. They can also email us at hardlyheroes@gmail.com. Emails and voicemails, please. Send in your thoughts. I think that's it.
Yep. And just remember,
Disclaimer, they don't know shit.
have a good night.
See ya.
Bye.